In 1992, I joined forces with Scott Shelby and Wayne Abney to form a band called Melon Boy. The band dissolved, but the friendship remained strong. And in 2006, when Wayne needed the aid of the metal community, some of the founding members of the DFW Metal Underground formed an alliance, the Texas Metal Alliance, to raise money for a benefit in Wayne's honor.
It was like in August, I guess, 2006, we got word that our good friend Wayne Abney from the band Hammerwitch was in a really serious, near-fatal motorcycle accident. And of course, we were all devastated at the news. Wanted to do something for him, decided to put a benefit together. None of our old bands, like Gamside, Rigor Mortis, and Roddy Corpse, none of those bands could do the benefit, so that's when Rick Perry came up with a great idea for us to just kind of take the members that were around and get together, learn each other's songs, and do something special. We put this thing together, Legacy of Wayne benefit. Turned out to be a special night for everyone, man. Yeah, we had a great time all working together. We've known each other a long time, but we had a great time working together. And, we got rave reviews for the show, and then after it was over, it was less than a week, I heard from Scott, Rick, and even Alan. They called me up, and they were like, "Hey, let's do this. Let's keep it going. If you're interested in forming a band and write some new music," and I was like, "Fuck yeah, And that's kind of what happened with that. Took us a while to find the right drummer, I guess, almost 10 months before we came into contact with Joey Gonzalez from the band Demon Seed. And then once we got him, the lineup was complete.
So the Texas Metal Alliance makes a demo, knowing that Bruce is going to go on tour with Rigor Mortis and meet up with Arson Anthem, which of course is Phil Anselmo. So you hand-fill the demo. What does he think about the demo, and do you come to any type of agreement during that tour?
We started writing songs, and we said, well, let's put a demo out. And then Bruce went on tour with Rigor Mortis.
Yeah, and that's like, I think we did the demo in November 2007 with Mongo, and then early December, Rigor Mortis went out with Arson Anthem, and that's the first time I'd seen Phil in like 15 years, so I told him what had been up with me and the rest of the guys, and I explained about the new band with Scott and Rick, and he was very interested in just hearing it. So, seeing the demo, he loved it, or he could, I don't know, the demo, he just heard the potential in what this band could become. And so he said that night he wants first chance at signing the band, and I think from that point on it was pretty much a verbal agreement that we were going to be on Housecore Records.
So what was once just an alliance of metalheads becomes a solidified unit. When Phil Anselmo from Pantera says he wants first crack at your band, you better be motivated.
Yeah, so that even kicked it more into gear, so we started writing more songs, to prepare to do a full-length record. And eventually, signing with him, we thought it'd be good to change the name to something that's more a solid band instead of a metal alliance, which we were. So we formed it into Warbeast. Came out with the record. Been crushing the enemy since.
Tell us about the evolution of the new name Warbeast, the different components to the lettering, and who initially came up with the first sketch of the Warbeast logo.
Well, that was kind of weird because when we showed up to do the album at Phil's house,
we didn't even have the logo.
No, we were like taking notes for the recording session for the next day. And Phil just kind of scribbled Warbeast at the top, and a lot of those letters that he scribbled on there became our logo.
I had this notepad, I'm like, oh wow, this is cool stuff. And so we took it home, gave it to Carcass John, our artist, and it just became a total metal logo, because the W's from a werewolf movie, the Anarchy A,
you got the B and the E in the middle if you look at the Beatles.
And then you have the star A. And then, of course, the lightning bolt S, which means everything about metal. And the upside down T.
So back in the day, bands like Rigor Mortis and Gamside wouldn't have anything to do with the early days of Pantera. But that all changed, of course, when Phil joined the band. So how did your friendship from back in the late 80s, early 90s with Phil help you land the record deal?
Well, just the fact that Phil loves our kind of music, was familiar with who we are and what we do. And then again, like I said, the Rigor Mortis Arson Anthem tour, getting to hang out and have fun with him again and bring up the old times. you know, he just.
Yeah, he knows. We're friends from way back, and we used
Yeah.
to hang and listen to all kinds of groundbreaking stuff coming out because that was the early years of thrash.
Phil's also pointed out that he feels like he was fortunate enough to be part of, being the New Orleans metal scene and the DFW metal scene, and he's part of both, you know what I mean? So it's always been a connection between DFW and New Orleans if you look back at the history.
Yeah, definitely.
So you land the record deal. Where do you go to make the recording? And how much does a guy like Phil Anselmo actually get involved on the production end?
We went to his house and we recorded at a couple of different studios. It was 3 different places actually. A studio in town, and the engineer's house, and at Phil's house. 3 different places. And that's just how they had it set up. We did different instruments here and there, vocals. And Phil was involved a lot on the vocals, and he gave us a lot of notes before we went to record the music. Like some changes and ideas, and he kind of saw outside the box for us. And we took his ideas, for what they're worth, and we thought that was, we respected his opinion. So right before going recording, we're changing things up, and of course he worked with Bruce on the vocals a lot, and he's a good influence.
So the record deal's secured, the recording's complete, and the tours are pending. It's now time to campaign for an endorsement. And in keeping with that Dallas connection, Dean comes through.
I got a call Super Bowl weekend from Dean Guitars wanting me to come down to DOA, which is Dean Owners of America, to a big party they throw. And I'd sent him a promo pack. So I immediately get me a plane ticket, go down there, meet him, get a tour of the place. They didn't know me really, but I think, there was a lot of factors involved. Dean, Dimebag, Dallas Fort Worth, Phil Anselmo, Warbeast, all our artwork has Dean Guitars incorporated in it. So, and it's good music. And then, they could see it in my eyes that, I was hungry.
So how many guitars have you actually received? And from what I hear, they're just showing up on your doorstep.
I've had a couple show up at the doorstep as a big surprise. That was like very heartwarming. See a couple guitars in boxes, some special ones too. And I've got 4 or 5 guitars from them.
What is the future of Warbeast? What is the current lineup of Warbeast? And what is the writing process for the next record?
So the future music of Warbeast is we have a different lineup. Bobby Tilton has replaced Rick Perry, and so we're on to writing new music. And Rick and I were a great tag team writing partner for many years, so that factor's gone out of it. So we're currently writing lots of new material, and I have brought back in an old writing partner of mine before Rick Perry, Marty Griffin. And because we just like mesh and got the same vision, so I've incorporated him into writing process on this album, and we're working Bobby in a little bit here and there, and the new music is pure thrash.
What are your expectations for the new record, and how will it differ from the first?
There's a little pressure on now, to make sure that you do something as good as the last one. As the songs keep writing, my confidence is growing bigger and bigger that this album is just going to be tremendous.
I do believe the band has evolved some, and the next album will be a tad meaner and heavier, in my opinion, and that's kind of what I wanted anyway.
Yeah.
I was happy with the first album. It's got a lot of versatility and everything, but, I think we need a little more punch and kick you in the face kind of stuff.
there you have it, metalheads. This concludes the final segment of this Warbeast edition of Metal Over Texas. If you missed parts 1 and 2, be sure and go back and watch it. And tell your friends to watch it too. From all of us at Metal Over Texas, I'm Todd Pack. Metal up.